What's good, everybody? It's your girl, Angella Sharpe, and you're just in time for the Daily Mix. I am super excited to be here, but I have a secret. I'm a slight bit tired. See, last night was Nelly's Black and White Ball, the return of the Black and White Ball, and I went there with STL TV to cover the black carpet. So we had so much fun there. I, of course, ran into a friend of the show, Shorty, down there, and we took a photo. But don't worry, I'm gonna have a lot more for you coming up right here on STL TV. But it's been a couple weeks since I've been here, so I wanted to catch you up on some fun things that I did. So a friend of mine bought a cave in Festus. And it's not just any cave, it's a cave house. So right when you walk in, the opening of the cave is enclosed with a house. It's got like 3 or 4 bedrooms in it. I think he's gonna Airbnb it like down the line. But it was so much fun because it's a cave. And it used to be Caveland, which was a roller rink. It actually also used to be a concert venue. Bob Seger played there, really neat. So what I did for my friend was I put on all my Barbie gear. I mean, let's not lie. There's never a bad time to put on all my Barbie gear. And I rollerbladed in what Caveland used to be around the building. So that was a lot of fun. And then just this past weekend, Kirkwood joined up with Toys for Tots. You know, they were on the show, so we had to support them. If you donated a toy, you could take a photo with Santa at the Kirkwood Firehouse. I made my dad go with me, and we got a photo with Santa. I love getting a photo with Santa. And my sister doesn't live here anymore, so Dad now has to take the photo with me. He might not like it, but he goes, so that's nice. But I'm really excited about today's show. We've got a lot of fun things coming up for you. Plus, I have the managing director of the Rep, Danny Williams here. He's gonna tell us what's going on there. They've got this benefit coming up. They need some help from us local St. Louisans, so he's gonna tell us all about it and more. Let's get started on today's Daily Mix. The largest musical the New Jewish Theater has ever produced is now on stage at the Wool Studio Theater at the J. Into the Woods asks what comes after the happily ever after of well-known fairy tales. It follows characters from classics like Cinderella, Rapunzel, Jack and the Beanstalk, and Little Red Riding Hood as they work to make their dreams come true, only to realize getting what you want isn't always what you dreamed it would be. Isn't that facts right there? This immersive musical with in-the-round seating runs through December 17th. You can find all the details at newjewishtheater.org. And experience the magic of the holidays in the Central West End at the annual Window Walk. I think this is so cute. This month-long celebration brings back the time-honored tradition of going downtown to see festive window displays while showcasing the retail and dining establishments that call the CWE home. In addition to elegant window displays, visitors can also enjoy free holiday fun, including ice carvings, carriage rides, carolers, live music, street performers, photos with Santa, s'mores, kettle corn, and more. The festivities take place on Saturdays from 1 through 5 through December 23rd. Visit cwescene.com for all the details. And from a window walk to a jingle hike, there's another great reason to get outside this holiday season. HeartLands Conservancy annual Jingle Hike Challenge is now underway. Just across the river in southwestern Illinois, jingle bells with big red bows have been tied to trees in 12 different parks, and participants are given clues to find them. Once you find them, you take a selfie with the bell and then submit it for a photo. You submit your photo, and you could win a prize with that photo. The challenge is open to everyone, but you do have to register in order to be eligible to win a prize. Late registration is open through December 19th. This sounds like a lot of fun. You can register and find the map, hints, and more at heartlandsconservancy.org. And how about taking time out to enjoy a Christmas with C.S. Lewis? This month at the Westport Playhouse. Set in 1963, C.S. Lewis, the famous British author, is hosting a group of American writers at his home near Oxford on Christmas Eve. They are about to experience an unforgettable evening that brings a whole range of emotions, from laughter and curiosity to gladness and even some tears. Christmas with C.S. Lewis, starring Gregory Williams Welch, runs December 7th through the 17th at Westport Playhouse. For showtimes, tickets, and more, go to thewestportplayhouse.com. I actually interviewed him. We had a great time. He is so much fun. Now, that was about a month and a half ago, but you can find it very easily. All you have to do is go to our YouTube page, search his name, and you will easily find it. It's a great interview. If you've got the time, go check it out. You can also sail into the holiday season aboard the Riverboats at the Gateway Arch. This is one of my favorite things. I'm so sorry I'm yelling at you, but I love this. They have festive cruises, including my favorite one, PJs and Pancakes cruise with Santa. I took in my niece and my nephew a few years ago, and they absolutely loved it. It was the first time on a riverboat. They got to meet Santa. So great. So it's a treat for the whole family. You get to hang out with Santa, you stay in your PJs, you enjoy a kid-approved breakfast, fun family games, crafting, and more. They have different stations, and they do such a great job of running the people through those different stations that you never really felt like you were waiting in line. It was very well organized. Cruise with Santa on Saturday, December 9th and 16th on the riverboats at the Gateway Arch. So much fun, you should totally do it. You can learn more about this and all their other holiday cruises at gatewayarch.com/riverboats. Oh, you guys, the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra has some exciting concerts lined up throughout December that are sure to get you in a festive mood. But I have a secret to tell you. The one I'm most excited about is my favorite movie of all time, Back to the Future in concert. You can experience this 80s classic like never before on a big, high-def screen with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra playing the musical score live with the music. This is so fun. Audience will also get a bonus treat of 20 minutes of brand new music composed just for these unique live orchestra presentations. Back to the Future in concert is set for December 28th and the 29th. You have definitely got to check it out. You can learn more about this and all their upcoming concerts at slso.org. I've definitely got to get a ticket to that. That is going to be so fun. If you're looking for a movie to go see, because everybody likes to go see movies around this time of year, The Boys in the Boat was so great. I took my dad to see it. We had a wonderful time. It's a story of the U.S. rowing team. Such a great, if you know the story already, you're going to know like how the movie goes. Still very well done. Take a look at this.
There are some moments in life you never forget. The Depression hit everyone hard. No jobs, no food. We were broke.
Looks like you still owe a balance on this semester.
So what's that about, making some money?
Yeah, the rowing team. Your Honor, you get a part-time job included, cheap place to live.
8-man crew is the most difficult team sport in the world. The average human body is just not meant for such things. Most of you will not be chosen.
Beautiful speech, Coach.
You're announcing the team today. Are you gonna make it?
We rode out of need.
Come on, boys.
The need to stay in school, the need to eat, to sleep.
We gotta keep these, right? As long as we stay on the team.
Washington Huskies coach is bringing an inexperienced vote to the competition.
They said we couldn't compete with the richest schools in the nation.
The Washington vote has taken the lead. Washington has done it!
I got 9 seconds under the course record.
Olympic year this year. Olympic year? I didn't realize.
That bunch of kids rode like no one else that's ever come through here.
Everybody else tires, they just get stronger. We have a boat that I believe could qualify for an Olympic spot.
Hope you know what you're doing.
They said we couldn't beat the Germans.
You gotta beat those other schools first, but
Coach says we had a shot.
Maybe we can row as a team.
If you guys don't get yourselves figured out, you're not racing at all.
The boys, that boat, Tiger.
But they didn't understand who we were.
Let's show them what's in this book.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Best fellas, they're connected. Sweat and pain.
For what it's worth, I'm proud of you boys.
Inspiring.
You missed the part where I told him not to tip over. Row for your country. Row for each other.
For all the people who never believed in you! As one! As one!
You definitely should check out that movie, especially if the Olympics and that sort of thing is up your alley. It's a good movie. But I'm so excited to be joined by Danny Williams, the managing director of the Repertory Theatre of St. Louis. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
We have so much happening at the Rep. Now, I feel like everybody has seen in the news that the Rep is kind of struggling for some funds. So COVID and the pandemic really did a number on you guys.
Yeah, it's been a tough couple of years. We've been trying to find our footing coming back from COVID. We've had some real successes, but also some real challenges. And right now, where we are, we wanted to put the call out to the community and say, we need your support, we need your help, and nothing's better than live theater, especially theater that takes place here in St. Louis. And so we're just so happy to be rallying for this organization that so many people love.
Yeah, you guys are kind of, let's be very open with the audience. You guys are kind of in deficit by what, 2.5 million?
2.5 million, yeah. And a lot of that has to do with lagging ticket sales and folks who have decided to donate to other organizations. But truly, if we want to survive this and we want to survive this and go for another 60 years, we really need everyone's support and we really need folks to step up and rally. But we're committed to producing good theater and entertaining theater that people will want to see.
We love that. Well, let's talk about, I know that you've got a show coming up,
Yes.
which you're very excited about.
Yes.
It's The Wonderful Life.
It is a live
But it's
radio
different.
play. Yes. Yeah, we're doing it as a radio play.
Okay.
So that means that the actors, you'll see them on stage, fully costumed in this beautiful Art Deco studio, and they're gonna make all the sound effects. They're gonna be doing Foley sound effects where they'll ring the bell or they'll wave the thunder sheet. And it's really an inventive way of telling this really beloved Christmas story.
I was gonna say, a lot of people love that. That is like their favorite Christmas story.
Yes.
So to kind of see it done in a different way at the Rep, who could really use you to come hang out, it's a great way to do that.
Yes, and we have a festive lobby. It's all decorated with Christmas ornaments and trees. You can come and hang out, have a drink, and then see this really great show. It's full of St. Louis actors who are local to St. Louis, including some students from the Webster Conservatory. And so it really is a locally produced and built show, which is really exciting.
I kind of love that because I don't know that a lot of people realize how the Rep is a little bit different than other theaters around the area. You guys are building the sets right there in-house, and you guys are, a lot of times it's St. Louis actors that are doing it, and this show in particular has all of them.
Yeah, and the costumes were built by St. Louis artisans. We have been known throughout our 57 years as being one of the biggest and best theater producers in not only St. Louis, but the country. And that's really exciting, and I think folks need to be reminded that we have so much to give, and we have so many talented people here in our metro area, and this show is a real celebration of that art.
And that's right there in Webster Groves. It almost looks like it's on Webster University's campus, even though it's not. It's across the street from it. But it's right there. You've got a lot of restaurants and shops around there that I'm sure would love for people to come and have a whole day of it.
Yeah, that's right. Make a day of it. There are so many restaurants in Webster, so many local businesses to patronize. And we, as an arts organization, we're a destination. So people come and they enjoy their day. And I think it makes for a real special holiday treat for folks.
And the seating there, I think, is very unique because I went, obviously, there. My parents I grew up in Webster, so I've been there a bunch of times. I remember seeing Death of a Salesman there, and the seating is very interesting. You almost kind of feel like you're in it, even though you're not in it.
Yeah, even for a 700, seat theater, it's quite intimate because we have a thrust stage where you actually have audience on 3/4 of the stage. So you sometimes can watch people watching the show, and sometimes you're just in the middle of the action, which is really exciting and very unique to the Rep.
That is going to be so exciting. So let's talk about Wonderful Life.
Yes.
When is that running? How is that working?
Yeah, so it's running December 1st through the 23rd. You can get tickets at repstl.org. And we're running shows every day, basically except Mondays up until the 23rd. Sometimes 2 shows in a day, all different times to work it into that busy holiday schedule.
That's perfect. That works out really well for a lot of people, especially you never know when family's going to come to town, and maybe you might want to take them.
Yes.
The whole family got here. Well, let's go take them to the Rep. That's a good thing. Well, let's talk about kind of this, I'm going to call it kind of a fundraiser event that you're doing. John Goodman has joined up with you. What is this event?
So John Goodman, everyone knows John Goodman, raised here in St. Louis, is a beloved actor and always wanted to be a part of the Rep. And he is here and coming here to have an evening with St. Louis. He's going to talk about his career in the arts. He's going to read a story or two. And we also are going to have a band, the Lovettes from Chicago, who are going to sing some doo-wop Christmas songs. And it's really a celebration of the Rep and a celebration of the arts here in St. Louis.
That's pretty exciting. Now, I heard in an interview, he said he really wanted to come and hang out with you guys at the Rep because he tried out, I guess, years and years ago when he lived here, and you guys said no. And so now it's like, hey, guess what? I'm on the stage.
Yep, early on in his career, he got cut from a show, and now, years later, and many movies and successes after, he'll be finally making his Rep stage debut. So we're really excited about
that. That is very exciting. It's nice that he wants to help so much. Growing up in Afton, I'm sure the Rep is very, very close to him there in Webster Groves, so that makes it nice. Now, we're not going to talk about prices or anything, but there's a couple of different price tiers for this fundraising event. And I know the highest one even has a meet and greet with John Goodman.
If you ever wanted to meet him, he's been so generous with his time, and it will provide you can ask him whatever questions you've ever wanted to ask him about his career or growing up here in St. Louis. And we're just really excited that folks want to meet him and talk about his career and St. Louis.
I love that. And I love that you're doing this to kind of add to getting that money. I know that you raised some money on Facebook already.
Yeah. We've been very fortunate. We've been raising money on social media. We've had longtime donors support us. We've had new people come in and support us as well. We're trying, and this is an all hands on deck type of moment. And we've had other celebrities and sports icons of St. Louis also come and voice their support, and we're hoping to have some more folks to announce to that special benefit in the coming days.
Right, and he told me about some of those people before we came out here. I can't mention to it now, but keep your eye out because those are pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be a really great, exciting night. You won't want to miss it. It's December 17th.
December 17th is when that is happening, and there's going to be a lot of fun with that. Plus, you get to kind of give back to something that people love. And I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't kind of mention, this is your second year as managing director. So I liked your sports analogy.
Yeah, okay.
So can we maybe share that with everybody?
Well, sure. I think one of the things that I've noticed as a lifelong sports fan is that teams have bad seasons. Sometimes you lose more than you win, and sometimes you win more than you lose. And sometimes it feels like the Rep has been losing a little bit more often than not. And right now, we're making some changes. We're committing to new strategies, just like a team would, and we're going to be coming back in the new year, and we're going to be hopefully winning again.
I love that analogy because I think it really does kind of put everything in perspective.
Right.
And I know that you said even corporate donors have maybe shifted their focus after the pandemic. Maybe people don't have as much money to spend after the pandemic. So how can people kind of get in touch with you? Maybe they want to donate. Maybe they know a corporate sponsor. How can they?
I mean, you can go to our website at repstl.org. You can email us at mail@repstl.org. You can call our box office. I don't have the number off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can get it offline. And just know that any donation helps, whether it's big or small. Any connection, buy a ticket, tell a friend. We really are relying on this community of St. Louis to really enrich our stages and to strengthen us to move forward into the next generation.
Yeah, because as a general rule, the Rep isn't making all their money on those ticket sales.
No, we rely on donations. We're a nonprofit organization, so that means that we're not, making millions of dollars. We're pouring all of that money back into the art, to pay our artists, to pay our actors, to build infrastructure. And so with ticket sales and donations, we sort of create our economy to be able to keep going.
To be able to keep it moving. And you get to see a lot of times St. Louis local actors and actresses kind of making their way up there. And if John Goodman got cut, who knows who's going to be on the stage that you might see down the line.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it. Wonderful. Is there anything else you think everybody needs to know about the Rep in general?
I think that for folks who have been in St. Louis for a long time, you know that the Rep is a beloved institution. We've been 57 years into the game and we want to go another 57. So I think any support you can give to come back and support will be well appreciated.
I love it. Well, let's go through those things just one more time.
Sure.
So It's a Wonderful Life. A lot of people love it, but you're doing it radio style.
Yes.
And when is that running again?
That is running December 1st through the 23rd.
And your information's right there on your screen for that one. So just buy a ticket, go hang out, take your family. That's a good way to even support you guys in that way. Just show up to the shows.
Exactly.
And then, of course, the benefit.
Yes, December 17th, an evening with John Goodman at the Rep, and it's going to be a really great time. 7:30 curtain.
There you go, and that information is on your screen as well. And of course, I'm sure everybody can follow you. We've got all your social handles right there on the screen as well. Do you guys keep up with those?
We do. We're very active on Instagram, very active on YouTube and Facebook. It's a great way to get the message out. So many people are on social media, and also when you come see our show, tag us. We're at RepSTL on Instagram, and maybe we'll share your story and you might show up on our feed.
I love that even better. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Welcome.
Don't forget, after you check them out and follow them on all their social media, you can follow us right here at STL TV on all our social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to call it Twitter still. I'm so sorry. I know it's X, but we're going to call it Twitter still. And don't forget YouTube. Like I said, I've got a lot of past interviews about things that are currently coming up. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. And keep it right here. Maybe you'll find out and see more about Nellie's Black and White Ball. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.